There's something I just don't get.
What is it?
The crown contest itself has always gone ahead as planned, right? In which case, the current sovereign of Rena should be whoever it was that won the previous contest.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So, who was it then?
Hanfried Milgras, the former lord of Cislodia, if memory serves.
So then this Hanfried whatchamacallem, he's the current ruler of Rena?
The last I heard, yes. Though, admittedly, I haven't actually seen him since the end of the previous contest.
You're saying that ever since becoming sovereign, he's never actually shown himself on Lenegus?
I guess over holocom maybe, but not in the flesh. Same thing goes for the sovereign that came before him.
Now that you mention it, I don't recall anyone ever visiting Lenegus from the motherland, sovereign or otherwise.
And that never struck you as a little bit odd?
When you live here, it's as if you're conditioned not to notice all these strange quirks and discrepancies. The question is then, by whom? And to what end?
A new Renis Alma is supposedly created to coincide with every crown contest, meaning each victor is awarded their very own. In other words, if that's true, there should be as many of the things out there as there have been contests.
True, but going on what we witnessed in Pelagian, it didn't look like the sort of thing that could be made to order. But if even the victor's speeches have been part of some grand deception, then where are they? Quite frankly, I'm not even sure what to believe anymore.
You and me both. Though we are Renin by blood, neither of us even knew that such a thing as a Dark Master Core existed, remember?
With any luck, the Forbidden Zone might give us some answers.
No use standing around here chatting about it then. Let's get a move on.
Doe?
Faria.
Varia? Isn't that the person that Avakir guy was...
But why are you here? Wait, don't tell me you've given up on the crown contest and come crawling back home from Dana already. Nothing to say? Even though you were willing to kill Tarnigan to secure your position as Lord, you still...
Kill?
I'm here to take care of something. If you wish to continue this conversation, I only ask that you wait until I'm finished.
Oh, of course. You always did prefer to take the coward's way out. Even after 7 years and living on that Danon rock, you haven't changed one bit. But let me tell you, I haven't changed either. Not a day's gone by the past 7 years that I haven't hated you.
If killing me will bring you peace, then so be it.
Dohalim, what the hell are you saying?
First, I have business to take care of. If it's vengeance you seek, I will grant you it. But you must wait. My sins are legion. Let me finish what I came to do. Then you have my word. I will let you do whatever brings you peace.
Sure, that's it. Run away like always. You don't even have the courage to die. No wonder you leave it to someone else. You're just a coward!
Dohalim.
I apologize that you had to witness that.
Is it true? What she said about you killing someone?
Each of us have our pasts. I am no exception.
Before, back in Menancia, you mentioned having taken a friend's life over the throne. Is that what she meant?
The mistakes I made there were not my first, and may not be my last. I will say no more.
Did you mean what you said? About letting her take your life if she wanted to?
She has more right to my life than anyone.
But you can't just...
Whatever happens, I have sworn to put an end to the crown contest and to ensure continued coexistence in Menancia. I have no intention of expiring before I do so. There are far too many questions I still seek answers to. Besides, you have just as much reason to kill me as she does.
Dohalim!
Forgive me. Some things are best left unsaid.
Wow, this place is beautiful!
Yeah, it must be some sort of rest and leisure area for the locals.
You think? Man, these Renan sure know how to live it up, don't they?
Is something the matter, Dohalim?
Before I went down to Dana, my friends and I, we used to gather at this very spot and play music together. Avakir, Faria, and Tarnagan. That was a lifetime ago now.
Tarnagan. He was the one that Faria mentioned, right?
He was once my dearest, closest friend. As well as Faria's betrothed. Despite Faria's lower-class upbringing, she possesses a tremendous talent for music. Entranced by her playing, I helped her overcome her sense of inferiority and introduced her to Tarnagan and Avakir. It was a time of great joy. 4 people bound only by their love of music, with no care for social standing. Only the next song, the next melody.
A friendship based on mutual respect, and a society where everyone is a prisoner to their social class. You really are different, Dohalim.
I suppose it's natural you would see it as strange.
I would have, once. Now, I think the idea of breaking away from society's constraints and choosing your friends based solely on affection is something beautiful that's worth cherishing. Besides, it was that way of looking at the world that laid the foundations for coexistence in Menancia.
Your praise does me too great an honor. I was merely following the wishes of my own heart. And even then, it only lasted until the crown contest began. After that, Tarnagan and I became fierce competitors for the position of Lord. Tarnagan had fallen for Faria. By becoming Lord, he aimed to wrest her from her humble origins and raise her to the highest echelons of society. But fate was not so benevolent.
What happened?
Tarnigan was no match for me in combat. On a level playing field, he wouldn't have stood a chance. But he was desperate and low on options, and he couldn't stand the thought of defeat.
You mean he resorted to dirty tactics to try to win, right? But then why does Faria think... Wait. Don't tell me she doesn't know.
How could I tell her? Combined with the trauma of losing her beloved, and by her friend's hand, no less. She would have been devastated.
So instead you let her go on hating you, so she could use that hate as a crutch for her grief?
That's not the same as running away, though.
It is exactly the same. Unable to face the loss of my friend and the burden of my duty. Instead, I decried my fate and looked away from what I'd done. As for what happened after, that you already know.
But if you hadn't become Lord, Menancia wouldn't be what it is now. The Danans there would still be suffering under Renan oppression.
Shion's right. What other lord would have treated me as you did? Anyone else and I would have been dead long ago. You've saved so many. You saved me. So, try not to blame yourself. The burden you've placed on your own shoulders is too much for anyone to bear.
Frank as always, but...
Do you think he'll be all right?
Yeah, I think so.
It's important to have someone like...
I didn't realize how difficult it is just to be there for someone.
Sometimes just knowing someone's on your side can be enough. And he knows, Shion. I promise he does.
I hope you're right. Alphen.
Yeah?
I never appreciated until recently just how much you were always there to support me.
It goes both ways. You've helped me keep going more times than I can count.
Maybe, but I still wanted to say thank you.
I see a medic and supply officer over there. If they know you're... with me. They'll likely offer their... assistance.
Damn it. Lenegis soldiers.
Any way we can avoid fighting them?
That all depends on them. Whatever happens, be ready.
Well, so much for them not wanting to fight.
Ho! I am Lord Dohalim of Elden Menestia. I command you.
The rest of the city must be erased.
No. Have they been brainwashed too?
Brainwashed or not, if they want to fight, they got one.
Start us! Take this! Hey! No escape! Here I go!
Its armor's too strong.
Let it open!
Be my guest.
Fire support! Damn! Double demon fang! I'm not done! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help you.
I owe you one.
Illuminate the dark. Do it!
Hey! Blow them away!
A whirling struggle. I will raise to heaven. First force.
Rising Wyvern! I owe you one.
Cyclone.
Soaring Light Spear! We're not finished! I'm not done!
Into the shadows. Do it. This ends now.
Consider yourself finished!
Those soldiers seem different from the citizens we've come across so far.
Yeah, they weren't big talkers, that's for sure. They just attacked without warning.
They weren't in the least bit fazed by Dohalim's presence either.
Indeed. They seem to recognize us as enemies, nothing more. And yet, traditionally, Lenegis hasn't been high on threats. A few frenzied Zeugles during experiments here and there, but not much else.
Their glazed-over eyes reminded me of the soldiers and slaves we met back in Ganath Haros. The ones in blind devotion to Volron.
I've never seen anything like that here on Lenegis before.
Maybe someone doesn't want us here, and the soldiers are their way of letting us know.
What with the Red Woman, the Sovereign, and Volron, we're starting to develop quite the growing list of adversaries. At least we'll know to keep our wits about us.
Right, here goes! Strike!
One more.
Dragon take this!
Light astral energy. Tempest. These ones can run rings around us.
Soaring Light Spear! You're out!
I'll tear you apart! I can carve through armor! Eat this!
Mega Sonic
Quiver
Thrust!
Dragon! Inferno Punch! I'll finish you here and now!
Splendid Slash!
Talon Hurricane! Eagle Dive! Watch this! All good things come to an end. Crumble!
Do you require a hand?
Rip and tear! I'm on a roll now! Dragon Shell! Oh! Now I'm real mad! Tectonic Punch! I'll crush you! Lightning Reflexes! Tenebrous Claw!
Rising Wyvern!
Get it! Glimmer Dragon!
Mega Sonic Thrust!
Eat this!
Leave the ensnaring to me.
Mega Sonic
Yeah!
Thrust!
And the pummeling to me! Crumble! Done with dust! I'm on it!
Rising Wyvern!
Rip and tear! Death Blossom! I'm on it!
Finish it!
Kara, I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
I won't forgive you.
Take this! I'm on it! You picked the wrong fight! Dragon Sword!
Raging Cascade.
As if the normal creepy crawlies aren't disgusting enough.
You're on!
will be faithful.
Just as long I'm here to stop. Glacial Spear.
Here's evil! Wind Blazer! First force!
Watch this!
Sleep now!
Flared Tornado! Mega Ray! Glimmer Dragon!
Lunar Rondo!
I'll heal you all!
Watch this!
Healing here tonight!
I could do without these things.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Will this help?
It's on!
Take that!
Dragon
Light
Force!
Astro!
Not today!
Healing shot!
One hurricane! Dragon Force!
Just getting started!
There!
Freeze Lancer!
Covered wing!
Air thrust!
You're on! Rising Wyvern! You're mine! I'm not done!
I don't even know the word defeat.
Raging Storm!
Carve through armor!
Pierce through!
Annihilate!
Try this!
I'm on a roll now!
Splendid Blast!
Magic Underblade!
Portal Blade! Tectonic Punch! Double Demon Fang!
Thanks so much!
Dragon Down!
One more!
Demon Fang!
It's time to finish this! Die! Consuming wildfire! Will this help?
This one's all mine! I'm on! Burn!
It's in the sky!
Dragon Swarm! Double Demon Fang!
Pieces! Attack time!
Rise now! Rising
Deny!
Wyvern!
Eat this!
Take this! Rising Wyvern!
Hear my
Lunar
call!
Rondo! Water Light!
Glacial
You're
Spear!
on!
Now!
Liquid! Rising Wyvern! Here I come! This one's all mine! Void Blast!
Glacial Spear!
You're on!
Here's the evil!
Dragon Swarm!
What's that?
Take this!
Storm!
Rising Wyvern!
Raging Storm!
Lunar Rondo!
Here's the healing
Here I
one!
come!
Do it! Gion! Get toasty!
Bird Strike!
Am I on a roll or what?
Well, look who's in a bright and shiny mood.
Go no further!
Bring them down! I'm on! Take this!
Here's the healing
Take
one!
this!
If you won't bow out nice, then you leave me no choice!
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Lightning! Illuminate the
You're
dark!
mine! Dragon Swarm!
The enemy wields arc too.
We'll soon see about that!
You're on!
Cricket does it!
Fire support!
Blah, 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 mass motion! In here!
That'll bring you down!
Engage! Dragon Swarm!
Lightning attack!
Vacuum Blade! Here I come! Rising Wyvern! Lunar Rondo! Dragon Swarm! Wind! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
There!
Light Astro Letter Man to the wind!
I'm not done!
Winds of heaven!
I can carve through! I'm not done!
Air thrust!
Wind! Dragon down! Devastate!
Photon! Lightning
You're
attack!
mine!
Thunderblow! Illuminate the dark!
Eternal devastation!
There you
Double
are!
demon fang!
Now! Dueling!
This one's got your name on it!
Action to action!
Bastard! Be still! Rising Rocket! Hurricane! I'm on it! Glimmer Dragon! Rising Wyvern!
I'm out of this one's line!
Rising Falcon! Hurricane! Finish it!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
This should make for some good weapon crafting material.
Gotta regroup! You've got spirit! Eat this! You're mine! Talon Storm! Dragon Swarm! I won't show you any mercy! You're mine!
Freeze Lancer!
Take this! Damn it! Too fast!
Stand back. I'll trip it up.
You're on! Crush! Crush!
Dragon Tail!
You're mine! Dragon Finish!
I'll finish you here and now!
Holy Land!
Can't get out of this!
I'm not done!
Now I'm real mad!
Dragon
Talon Sword!
Glacial Spear! Raging Storm!
Denied!
One's all mine!
Talon Sword! Flaming Meteor!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Not shy now! I'm ready to...
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Got you! This one's mine!
You're mine!
Time to do it! Law! I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
There's always room for improvement.
Those soldiers don't seem to have any qualms about attacking on sight.
Is someone making them stand?
An opponent like this should be easy.
Dragon Sword!
Down!
It's time!
Rising Wyvern!
I think I'll pass on the handshake.
Severing Wind! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help.
Here I come! Dragon Sword! Ha! Burn it up! Take it!
I can do this all day!
Talon Sword!
Vacuum Blade! I'm not done!
Annihilation!
Rising Light! Here I come! No escape!
Lightning condemned!
I'll stop its charge!
Thanks, Kisara.
Tear you apart! Whirlwind Snap!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Here, let me
I'm
help.
on it! Ready to go! Dragon Shell!
Demon Fang! Demon Fang! Double Demon Fang!
Glacial Spear! Piercing evil! Air Blade!
Save you!
Photon!
I'm on it.
Sonic Rush! Swordling Alpha!
Eat this!
Here I come!
Now I'm in the groove!
I'll end you! The flame inside me yearns to be let free! Double Demon Fang!
Will this help?
Eat this!
Demon Fang!
I'll finish you
Double
here and
Demon
now!
Fang! I owe you one.
There's a plate you won't.
Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
Burn!
Resuscitation!
You're mine! Dragon Sword! Vacuum Blade! Rising Wyvern! Lunar Castle! 71! Here I come! Time to let it rip! Dragon Sword!
No! You see what happens
end
there if you
here.
cross?
Don't leave me!
Shouldn't have done that.
Now, I'll bring you back from death's abyss.
No! I won't give in!
Here's a healing arc.
Not done yet!
First aid!
You're mine! Rising Wyvern!
Big Blast!
Lunar
Back from
Rondo!
death's abyss.
Here I come!
I can't heal you
Rising
forever.
Wyvern! Lunar Rondo!
Not my finest!
I never miss. One more. Here's another. Raging Cascade.
Double Demon Fang!
No more playing nice. Take it. I won't give up.
You'll pay for that!
Stockpile.
Flame inside me yearns to be let free!
I'll bring you back from death's abyss. Ready. Resuscitation. Mega Ray. Annihilation. Radiant Pierce.
No further!
Sighted. And
This can't be happening.
Far enough! Begin! Take this! Crush!
This one's mine.
Lunar Rondo! I'm ready! Light burst forth!
Radiant Genesis! Remember to tell me if you need healing.
I expect you'll be in hiding. Man, if that's the case.
Keep up with a wall!
Armor won't save you!
Explosion!
Dragon Swarm! Does it!
Don't give up! I can do this all day!
No! I won't give in!
Wind has heaven from Cyclone!
Now take blue! Get to the wind! Mirage! Severing wind! Prepare to be sealed! I'm not down on the ground! It's over! In a bind? Dragon Swarm!
Hot shot!
Elusive deity!
Switch
No
power!
way!
Hurricane!
Rising one! Shattering it! Pieces! Attack time! Shot! Radiant
You picked the wrong fight!
Regeneration!
You're mine!
Prepare to be sealed!
Water!
Mirage! You're finished!
Flaming meteor!
Stardust!
Here's evil!
Mirage!
Rotating pile!
I have no limits! Take this!
Time to stop!
Wind! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Shot!
Not a chance!
Radiant light!
Push!
Regeneration!
Lunar Rondo!
Their arcs were interrupted! I'm ready!
Kikara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
Not a chance!
Radiant!
Lunar Rondo! Here I come!
This one's mine!
Blue escape! Vacuum blade!
Here's a healing art!
Blue escape! Rising Wyvern!
You're
I'm
all...
not done!
Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block! Not a chance!
Going in!
Rising Wyvern!
Do it!
Totally! In an instant! Impact block!
I wonder if we can make new weapons with this.
Go no further!
Engaging! I can carve through glory! You picked the wrong fight! You're mine!
Raging
I'm
sword!
going in!
More with that
Vacuum blade! Rising Wyvern! Mirage! Take this! Rising Wyvern!
Watch it! Here!
Take this!
Kikara! Go for it!
Prepare to crumble!
My turn!
Here!
Rising Wyvern!
Lightning!
Force blast!
Here!
Stardust! Take this! Release! Trap! Inferno! Take this! I'm not
Not today! You're mine! Dragon Sword! Fire support!
Ready and
Mission! I'm not done! Lunar Rondo!
Here, let me help.
Strike!
In here.
Here I just...
Now.
Run well!
Demons descend.
Flashing Fang! My turn! Rising Orb!
Can't get out of this!
Mirage! Dragon Sword!
All day. It's time to finish this. Die. Consuming wildfire.
Look sharp! Lightning Tiger Blade!
I need to be stronger. Lost!
I see one, eh? I mean, you're meant to be let free!
It's weakened!
This ends now!
Come on, roll now! That's awesome! Talon Storm! I'll heal you later!
Dragon Shell! Coming here!
Healing Circle!
An astral
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
Eat this! Will this help? Dreams! I will go down! Photon Healer Turret!
Freaking does it!
Thanks so much! Light Astral Energy!
Any more of this and I'll burn out.
I'll crush you! Lightning reflexes! Tenebrous claw!
One more! Tempest Whirl!
We're not finished! Take this! Rolling snap!
Thunder Field! Magic Kazam! Burning! Rolling ready! Air thrust! One last one! Here's do it!
I'll stop your movement!
And I'll stop your life!
Here's a healing arc!
Rising Weapon! Coming through! Ha! Now! Scarlet Inferno!
Here, let me help! Hit!
Save you! My shield! Touch the dust!
How much longer will our healing arts last? This must be it. The entrance to the Forbidden Zone.
But it's just a wall. How do we get through?
Whoa, we? I thought this was Sovereigns only.
Alphen.
Interesting. If Alphen's presence still opens the way, it would seem the Sovereign of 3 centuries ago and now are considered one and the same.
What?
What the?
Alphen.
You again.
Tomorrow's the spirit channeling ceremony. We'll finally play our parts as the Sovereign and Maiden. How have you been feeling?
What am I sovereign of? Shuffled from lab to lab, always treated like an experiment. Whenever they look at me, all they see is a Danon. I don't even know what their precious ceremony's for, let alone what they're going to force me to do as the Sovereign. Tell me, if we're both in the same boat, why do you seem so calm right now?
No choice. Becoming the Maiden's not something I wanted for myself. But they said Rena's prosperity depended on it. How could I say no after that?
Still, as a Renan, at least you got to decide. Good for you. Meanwhile, I was taken from my homeland. You aren't the captive one here.
It isn't right what they did to you, and I'm sorry for what it's worth. When this is over, I swear I'll help you get home. I can't do this alone. One more day.
How could I say no to that? It's not like I have any choice in the matter anyway. So, what's your name?
It's Naori. Naori Imaris. Try to remember this time.
You don't act like them. Like the other Renans, I mean. How come you treat me like a person?
Because you are. It's true we come from different worlds. But neither one of us asked to be here right now. In that sense, you and I are much the same. We couldn't do this. We wouldn't be able to talk to each other as people if we didn't see the humanity in each other. So I suppose the question you should be asking is, why wouldn't I treat you like one?
You're not the others.
Maybe they're not like me.
Here's what we'll do. We give them their damn ceremony. You get me to Dana. That'll be the end of it. I'm taking you at your word on this. I'm trusting you, not them. Naori.
What the hell just happened?
That vision. Did everyone else see it too?
That person Alphen was speaking to, she looked exactly like Shion.
It was Naori. Naori Imaris. Isn't that right?
Yeah, that's right.
She really does look like Shion. I'm beginning to see why Alphen was so confused.
That's all very well and fine, but what did we just witness exactly? It was too real to be a mere hallucination.
It was a conversation we had 300 years ago. The night before the ceremony.
You mean all of that really happened? We just saw an episode straight out of your past?
But how is that even possible? Unless... Could this be the Red Woman's handiwork too?
No, I don't think so.
Why not?
You guys didn't feel it? The moment the entrance opened, it was like a stream of Danon astral energy rushing over us.
I felt it too. And not for the first time either. It was the same sensation as back inside the wedge.
That would make sense. After all, vast amounts of Dana's astral energy were being siphoned and sent up here to Lenegus. For all we know, perhaps we're close to the spot where all that energy was stored.
So you think it might have been the energy itself that was responsible for that vision we just saw? But how? And why?
We have no way of knowing. Maybe it's not even as deliberate as all that.
Shion, you okay?
Yeah. It was all just a little sudden. That's all. So that was my ancestor, huh? It was like looking into a mirror.
Yeah, there certainly is a resemblance.
What about you? How are you holding up?
Me?
Even putting aside the question of where that vision came from, it's likely we'll see more of those. Reliving painful episodes from your past. Do you think you can handle it?
I can't just pretend like the past never happened. Besides, if it helps us uncover the truth of what that ceremony really was, it might also lead to answers about your thorns.
Alphen.
That's not all. This whole time, we've been fighting to free Dana from the Renans. But now that we're here, it seems those same Renans might have it just as bad. I'd like to liberate them too if I can. Which is just another reason I can't afford to shield my eyes from the truth.
Whether you're on Dana or somewhere else, you always stay the same. Your indignation and righteous passion, your desire to free and protect, they're all hardwired into you. Not that I'm complaining. Come on, let's bust this thing wide open.
Nobody's here.
Stay sharp. After that last illusion, there's no telling what could happen in here.